Girl, you really need a morning routine. That's what I said to myself a few months back when I felt like I was just sleepwalking through my days, and I realized that a change needed to be made. Let's dive a bit deeper.
Hi team, a good morning routine is so underrated. When you have a good morning routine in place, it helps you in so many ways. For example, it sets you up for success straight from the beginning of your day. It helps you in building those healthy habits, and it also makes you feel like you're actually doing good things for yourself already first thing in the morning. And that's very powerful. And when you have a good morning routine in place, you actually start living your life more intentionally and your life becomes more meaningful, which is very good for your mental health and for your overall health and well-being. In your morning routine, you take time to really ground yourself, to feel grateful, to think about all the things that are going well in your life, and really you set your intention for the day. Instead of just rushing around in the morning, you start to live with intention. And that's the key to all kinds of changes in life, living with intention. So if you've been feeling stuck or you're feeling like you're sleepwalking through your life, living on autopilot, and days just, go by and you really don't get any meaningful things done, you definitely need a morning routine. And I'm gonna tell you how to build one. I want to help you not only build a morning routine, but also be able to keep up with it. So we are not making this too complicated, because if it's too complicated, if it's too strict, and if there's too much stuff in your morning routine, you will not be able to follow through with it in long term. And that's not what we want. We want an easy routine that is flexible enough for you to be able to do it every morning. That's why we're doing two versions of one morning routine. We do one version for busier days when you have less time to get ready, and then we do one version for other days when you might have more time. Maybe you have a day off, you have less stuff in your day, and you just have more time to focus on yourself in the morning. That way, when you have two versions, you will get it done every single morning, no matter how busy you are. How are you going to build that morning routine? Okay, step-by-step instructions. First thing, when you wake up in the morning, you are going to set your intention for the day. No more scrolling through the phone first thing in the morning. Please, no. You don't have to turn into a monk and ditch your phone completely, no. But you have to be mindful of how you use your phone. First thing in the morning, when you're just waking up, your brain hasn't still fully woken up. You're still in slower brain waves, and you are more receptive to information at that point. So you don't want to feed your mind with news or bad stuff or text messages or emails or anything like that. You want to focus on gratitude. So first thing in the morning, you tell yourself you're so grateful for another day, another possibility to do the things you love, and just be grateful for life. It doesn't have to be like this massive, huge 15-minute gratitude session. It can be just a few sentences you say out loud or in your mind to yourself. I'm so grateful for a good night's sleep. I'm so grateful for a new day. And I'm so grateful that I'm alive. It can be something easy like that. But the key is to do it first thing in the morning, before you think about anything else. After that gratitude thought or session, you want to focus on your intention for the day. So today's going to be a good day. You can say it out loud or to yourself. Today I'm going to be awesome, just as every single day. And I'm beautiful, I'm awesome, I'm powerful. I can do anything in this life. I am limitless. Kind of say those good things to yourself. It can be whatever resonates with you. What makes you feel good about yourself? What makes you feel good about your life and your day? Anything. That's the most powerful thing. If you only choose one thing out of this morning routine, choose this step number 1. Feeling grateful and setting your intention for the day. That is I cannot tell you how much that changes your reality when you actually start to do that every single morning. It is powerful. Step number 2, you want to do something that connects your mind with your body and your body with your mind. It can be deep breaths. It can be some form of exercise, it can be a walk, it can be a stretching, something that makes you connected to your body. It doesn't have to take long. 10 deep breaths takes 1 minute, okay? So it doesn't have to take long. And later in this episode, I will share with you how I do this when I have a busy morning and how I do this when I have more time to myself in the morning. Okay, so stick with me. Then we have step number 3, and it is a healthy breakfast. I know some of you might skip the breakfast, but please don't do it anymore because your body needs your breakfast, okay? It is important to eat a healthy breakfast because it sets you up for the day's other meals also. So it sets you up for success. If you eat a healthy breakfast in the morning, you kind of prepare yourself for your other meals also. So you kind of keep that healthy habit going throughout the day. But if you skip your breakfast, then you might be at lunchtime, okay, I just have a coffee and maybe a small snack. Then the whole day goes by without you having a proper meal. When you start your day with a healthy breakfast, you have already done something good to yourself. First thing in the morning, that's awesome. And if it's hard for you to eat a full-on breakfast in the morning, you can just have something small. Start with that, but no longer skipping the breakfasts, please. Then we have step number 4, which is to freshen up. No matter if you're going to work, if you have a day off, doesn't matter what your day is going to bring you. One thing that helps you kind of set your mindset right for the day is to get ready, like physically get ready. Do your makeup if you use makeup, do your hair, put a nice outfit on. Doesn't have to be like a super cool outfit. It can be just something neat and comfortable. If you stay all day in your pajamas, it affects your mood also. You don't feel as productive, you don't feel as good about yourself if you like haven't showered in 7 days. Okay, maybe not 7 days, but anyways, you know what I mean. You want to like look put together. So now I'm going to be sharing with you my morning routine before and after. So it's about 2 months ago when I realized that I was kind of sleepwalking through my days off. As some of you know, I work as a flight attendant. My life is super irregular, and sometimes I might have like 5 days of work, like 10-hour shifts, very early mornings, very late nights, and like the schedule varies a lot. So I realized that in my days off, I was stressed about my to-do list. In the morning when I woke up, I took my phone, I was scrolling through it too much. And I was just not living my life with intention. And at the end of the day, when I went to sleep, I was feeling like I had so many things to do, but I didn't get much done. The day was a bit meaningless because I didn't do anything that was really filling my cup. So I decided to make a change, and that was about 7 to 8 weeks ago. And now I'm really feeling the difference. It's like my days are so much better now. I feel so much better. I feel better about myself, better about my life, and so much more positive, so much more energized because I feel like I'm living a meaningful life now. My life was okay before, but now it's 10 times better, I tell you. It is thanks to the morning routine. A big part of it is my morning routine. So before, what I used to do, before this change, I used to wake up, think about my to-do list, take my phone, look at my WhatsApp and all these other apps, think about all the things I have to do, all the chores I have to do, like going to the store, what do I have to buy from the store, and all this meaningless stuff. I would wake up and I would eat a healthy breakfast. That's the one thing I already had in place in this morning routine. Out of those 4 things, the healthy breakfast was something I was already doing. Maybe one thing I changed was that I started to eat mindfully. So I didn't scroll through my phone when I was eating my breakfast after this change. Previously I did. And also in my breakfast I used to have normal coffee, but after this change I changed to decaf coffee. After the change, all the things I changed were: first thing in the morning, I took some deep breaths. If I had a busy morning that started, let's say 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. for work, I knew I didn't have time for exercise. I didn't have 30 minutes to exercise. I didn't want to wake up at 2:30 a.m. just to be able to exercise. That was crazy. I was prioritizing sleep. After my gratitude thoughts, after setting intention for the day, thinking about this is going to be a good day, what I did is I took 10 deep breaths. To connect my mind with the body, I wasn't thinking about anything else. I was taking my time and really connecting my body and my mind. That helped me ground and not like storm out of bed and rush through my day. I made sure I didn't touch my phone other than my alarm during the first hour of the morning. I would limit myself to scroll only 30 minutes and after breakfast, like later in the morning. And if I had a work day when I was waking up very early, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., I wouldn't touch my phone at all. But if I had a day off, I would do my morning routines, my meditations or my gratitude session, my deep breathing or my exercise. On a day off, I would go for a walk, I would do another exercise at home, and then I would have my breakfast, and then I would scroll on the phone, maximum 30 minutes, no longer than that. I was strict to myself, and I still am. I'm keeping it to 30 minutes in the morning. And in my breakfast, I switched to decaf coffee, like I said, because I felt like the caffeine, with my irregular lifestyle, it was really spiking up my cortisol levels, and I felt like a bit anxious and uneasy when I was drinking that normal coffee. So I switched to decaf coffee. It was also one of the best decisions I have made. So you might want to try that if you feel like normal coffee is giving you anxiety. And then the last step in the routine was to freshen up. So I make sure to dress myself nicely, to put maybe some tinted moisturizer on, even if I'm staying home, even if I'm not doing anything much or just going to the store. I make myself look put together because it brings me joy, it brings me that good feeling about myself, and it really makes my days better. So now it's your turn to build yourself this super good morning routine. And like I said, we are going to make 2 versions of the same routine so that you can easily follow through with it even on the busier days. Take your pen and paper out and write down numbers from 1 to 4. So number 1 is gratitude and setting your intention for the day. So you write that down, and then you can write down what it means for you, what kind of sentences you want to say to yourself, what kind of thoughts you want to have first thing in the morning. A few sentences, nothing too complicated. Step number 2, something to connect your mind with your body. If you have a busy day, try 10 deep breaths. But if you have more time, you can do some exercise, you can go for a walk, and you can do some stretching, whatever works for you, but something that connects your mind with your body. Then step number 3 is a healthy breakfast. And if you feel like you want to have your breakfast before your exercise or your deep breathing, that's totally fine. You can switch these around, but you have to implement these 4 things. So healthy breakfast, whatever that looks like for you, how big or small it is, doesn't matter, but it has to be something that nurtures your body really. Eat it mindfully, no scrolling through the phone when you eat. And then you might want to try that decaf coffee if you drink coffee and you feel like it might be spiking your anxiety. And step number 4, write down freshen up or put yourself together, whatever you want to use, whichever words, and what that looks like for you. Do you use makeup? Do you not use makeup? How do you like to do your hair to feel good about yourself? What kind of outfits do you have, like home outfits or work outfits? Have a look at those and then visualize yourself doing those things every morning. I hope this episode gave you something new to think about. Let me know down below the comments. And remember, whatever you do in this life, always keep your smile and faith bigger than your fears.